the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Today is March 9th, 2024. It is 3:34 a.m. Yesterday I did this video, and right after I did this video I was supposed to do more videos for PYTE, but I had an emergency. I have a death in the family. I had to go to New York, and then I don't know, so I had to go to New York, and I didn't get a chance to record these. And since then, by the way, there has been a lot of other new content to share with you, but I'm trying to keep up. So I have a lot to share with you, so I'm probably gonna just record and record until I can't. If I had recorded these, and then right now I'll be editing, so I have nothing to edit. So let's go on PYTE. And this video is doing so well. 577 views in the last 17 hours and 8 minutes. So let's go on PYTE. Okay, so this is PYTE, 4,160 subscribers, new subscribers welcome, estimate revenue $102.38, and 1,474 views in the last 48 hours. Oh my goodness, I don't know if it's a lot. Hopefully I go through them really quickly. So let's go on Twitter. Let me open a new tab. Twitter, I have the link. So I need to catch up with a couple things because I'm behind. Okay, no one can deny that Duchess Meghan Sussex coming into the royal family, outshining them, leaving their familial and institutional abuse and still outshining them, has made the royals work more than ever before. Prince Harry and Princess Meghan are the pace setters for the monarchy now. at Dr. Shola. So she retweeted Dr. Shola. Good point here. But not having an issue with Charles because it's his team that masterminded this new idea is like not having an issue that is his courtiers that are the direct point of contact for negative briefing against the Sussexes. The motives are about destruction and colonization of the Sussexes profile, and Charles is fully complicit. Okay, so let's see what Dr. Shola says. Okay, how big is this? 100%. I saw the video of him. I just ignore him. So let me go into the retweet of Dr. Shola. Let me pause it. Royalty, King Charles launches new show days after Meghan Markle's show, Meghan Sussex. Watch the media vultures praise him for everything they accuse her of. There's the laugh. Oh my God, this is 4 minutes. Let's listen. There'll be screenshot though. Oh my God.
King Charles has a new show, The King's Music Room, just days after Meghan launched her own show on Netflix. Coincidence? I think not. What in the royalty is going on? Let's get into it.
Throughout my life, music has meant a great deal to me.
Only two. It's Uncle Bob
It
Marley's
has that
song.
remarkable ability to bring happy
Where's my
memories,
hairbrush?
comfort us in times of sadness, and to take us to distant places.
Could you be
Okay.
But perhaps, above all, it can lift our spirits to such a degree, and all the more so when it brings us together in celebration. In other words, it brings us joy.
joy? Where be your back?
We're not in the pursuit of perfection. Woke us all up. We're in the pursuit of joy.
Joy! Meghan said it. Since Meghan announced her show, all the media vultures, you know them, the ratchety, raggedy, royal wannabe vultures, have been out trying to assassinate her show, mischaracterize her, use all kinds of nouns, pronouns, and adjectives, and now you get to watch them praise him for everything they accused her of. We've seen this script before. You know for a fact that if his show had come out before hers, she would be accused of stealing the theme of joy from him. There is nothing new under the sun for those who hate Meghan. They're going to come up with all kinds of ridiculous comparisons. But here is the kicker. Meghan is being branded egotistical for using her own royal title, Duchess of Sussex, in the show. Doesn't that mean King Charles is egotistical too? Because he's using his royal title, King, in his show. Double standards galore. Slamming a show as fakery and an exercise in narcissism? Let me show you who fits that bill much better than Meghan. Yeah, I'm talking about King Charles. Like we're all meant to believe this is his personal playlist as he listens to it in the King's Music Room. And that his eclectic musical taste includes Afrobeat, disco, reggae. 3 genres rooted in black music, black culture. Please. This is where the bull meets the shit because it's bullshit. This is all about King Charles's public image and reputation. This is the king demonstrating his kingship over Commonwealth countries and showcasing music from his subjects. That's all it's about. This isn't his personal playlist. I mean, would I care if King Charles wanted to showcase music from across the Commonwealth? No. By all means, do it. Everyone loves music, do it. But do not lie to us telling us it's his personal playlist when it is not. Because we can see through that. It's not an accident that they focus on Afrobeat, reggae, disco in the way they sell this message. Because it's always about white exploitation of black music, black culture, and anything blackety black. So yeah, that's narcissism, egotistical, and fakery all wrapped up in this PR stunt about King Charles. While some of you want to dabble in believing this BS PR stunt, Davido says best where I stand. I mean, to be honest, my issue is not with King Charles. My issue is with the hypocrisy and double standards that surround what Meghan Markle does versus what other members of the royal family do. I mean, we know someone is writing the notes for King Charles. We know someone compiled that playlist for King Charles. Just tell the truth. Be honest. That's fine. You don't have to lie about it and use the same standard for both. That's all.
I agree with her. I saw it, I ignore it. I was like, what the full blown BS, which she pointed out. And the worst thing is, everything that Meghan is doing could have easily be theirs as well, because Meghan was right there. Was right there under their control. Well, not fully control, but under their, how would you say it? Under their roof, pretty much. But they rejected her. But anyway, you know, I'm not even gonna go in the comments. I'm gonna leave that alone. Actually, this should have been on Up Your Team Sussex. All right, let's go to the next one. Maybe this is where I'll be putting this video, because I'm seeing the Guardian article thing here. Okay, dear oh dear, the hateful headline has come back to bite them in the ass. It's what these gutter rags deserve. In your faces at Guardian. She tagged the Guardian. And the other thing with the previous tweet with Dr. Shola, the other thing as well is that they had a head up. Okay, they had a heads up about Meghan's show, because remember, it was supposed to come out sometime last month, but because of the fire, they postponed it. They didn't want to bring that while the fire was going on in California. So this is the kind of insider information that they want to know what Harry and Meghan are doing, so they could come out and say they, you know, create their own BS. They had an idea what coming up with Harry and Meghan show in particular. So while Netflix withheld With Love Meghan, they had time to brew up this BS that Charles was putting out regarding his personal music playlist, this BS. Okay, so back to this. Oh dear, their hateful headlines has come back to bite them in the ass. It's what their gutter rags deserve in your faces. Okay, so that's the Guardian. When was that? Any date? Okay, March 7, 2025. Okay, this is small. Okay, a little bit better. Okay. Kiss the Netflix deal goodbye. With Love Meghan is so pointless, it might be the Sussex's last TV show. After Harry's Dud Polo docuseries, the couple need to get back to giving people the dramatic monarchy revelations they crave, not a Duchess joylessly filling kids' party bags with seeds. Remember, Meghan understands her niche. Okay? I'm not a PR person. I don't know how these things work. If I did, I think my channel would be doing extraordinarily well. But once you know your niche and the people she's catering with, she'll be alright. Because there were some TikTok videos that I saw on X, which later on, if I have time to do more videos for you guys, people were saying how refreshing to see her show. Some people who's not into cooking are now find themselves doing some of the things that Meghan did on her show. The Duchess really loves day drinking and coups 5 key takeaway. Alright, Just Jared. Meghan Markle's Netflix series With Love Meghan renewed for second season. Get ready for more Meghan Markle on Friday morning, March 7. The 43-year-old Duchess of Sussex announced that her new Netflix series. And from what I've heard so far, I think they already started recording. Alright, so let's be up. There's no comment. There's another tweet. I think that's making reference to the Guardian as well. Okay, let's pause. The Guardian must be eating crow while feeling as small as they are. The hate for profit turned into a humiliation campaign for the racist UK media. I guess it's worth it to them to lose all credibility to appease the fragile royal family, kick rocks haters. Alright, so I think that's the same headline. Kiss the Netflix deal goodbye. With Love Meghan is so pointless, it might be the Sussex's last TV show. I don't know. What is wrong with these people? Okay, so there's a music. So I think that was the IG video she posted to let people know that it was renewed. I think, because, okay, what's that? Oops.
Are you sure you want to go there?
This is 7 minutes. Okay, 7 minutes. Let's see.
Are you sure you want to go there? Well, it's not lost on me that most of the comments that are saying that the hate against Meghan Markle isn't about race aren't coming from black people or people of color in general. I wonder why that is. I'm gonna hold your hand with a napkin in between when I say this. If you are not a person of color and you have never experienced racism firsthand, then you do not get to decide what constitutes as racism or microaggressions. Period. But allow me to begin to explain to you why the situation with Meghan is different than other black women that you may know. Meghan Markle married a prince, not just any prince, a prince of the monarchy in England, where a large majority of black women across the world could never have imagined themselves having the fairy tale of marrying a prince or a king, except for in Disney movies, to be honest with you. And that was only as of recently. Shout out to Princess Tiana. White women have been able to fantasize about the idea of being a princess, of being a queen, of being Princess Diana, of being Queen Elizabeth. Black women have not had that same luxury, if you will. Meghan Markle represents a fairy tale realized, but in the minds of white women who have had this fantasy, she's probably not what they imagined as their princess. And you know what? I can't even fault you for that, because when I think of a princess, she's probably not the first one to come to mind either. As a black woman who has been indoctrinated with westernized ideals of what a beauty standard is and what a princess or a queen can be, I too would probably first imagine a white woman. A white woman would probably pop into my head first. So it's not the fault of white women that she's probably not their ideal representation of what a queen or a princess would look like in a westernized society. The problem comes in because it's not something that they have to fantasize. She is Meghan Markle, aka Meghan Sussex, the Duchess of Sussex. And y'all are fucking mad about it. And if you are mad about it, it's probably because you're racist. I hope that helps. The problem that a lot of racist white women have, and I say racist because not all white women think this way, is that it was her.
As I'm listening to her, you know what came to mind? Okay, let me put the video.
The people I feel most sorry about are the trolls who their hopes are just built and built and built. And it's like, yes, 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 yes. And then it doesn't happen.
Anyway, let's get back to this.
And not them. But if it was any other person, if it was another white woman, they would not have this same problem.
Yes, they would. As long the other person is thriving, is doing much better, is happy, or is in a happy place, they will have problem. They will find something to trigger them. Look what happened to Princess Diana. Okay? Blonde hair, blue eyes, very pretty. Look, when Princess Diana was thriving on her own, they create a campaign. All right? So, that.
Do you really believe that a campaign was being waged against you?
Yes, I did. Absolutely. Yeah.
Why?
I was a separated wife of the Prince of Wales. I was a problem. Full stop. Never happened before. What do we do with her?
Can't we pack her off to somewhere quietly rather than campaign against her?
She won't go quietly. That's the problem. I'll fight till the end.
If it was any white actress in Hollywood, they would not have this problem. It is because she is half black. Now let's skip on over to the relatability aspect of things, because this is a real kicker for me. Meghan is not relatable. To who? Meghan is not relatable to who? I'll wait. I want to know first and foremost why so many of you think that Meghan needs to be relatable to you. Quickly. I personally find Meghan to be very relatable. And I'm not a motherfucking princess. She is a woman of color who is in the industry. She's successful. Mm-hmm. And she went after love. And she chose love over all else. To me.
Let's not forget as well, it's Harry who pursued her. Okay? And then Meghan put him in his place when certain things popped up. So she didn't just take his BS because he's a prince. So keep that in mind.
People have said my wife saved me.
Yeah.
I was stuck in this world.
Yeah.
And she was from a different world and helped sort of draw me out of that. but none of the elements of my life now would have been possible without me seeing it for myself.
Yeah.
As we know, it's one of the, it's hard to change. It's almost impossible to change other people.
Yeah.
You got to start with changing yourself
Exactly.
and allow that growth to happen. But yes, my partner is an exceptional human being, and I'm eternally grateful for the wisdom and the space that she's been able to give to me.
Well, there's an incident in the book where you kind of lose it. I think you lose your temper, and she says to you, "You can't do that with me.
Mm-hmm.
I will not be with a person who does that.
Mm-hmm.
I will not have children with a person who does that.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to figure out what's going on inside yourself." And my wife, bless her soul, has always challenged me to, she wouldn't put up with anything less than my true self.
Mm-hmm.
And what a gift.
Mm-hmm.
And so relationships, but not just with spouses, but also with people who see you and accept you, such an important part of healing, I think.
And I needed that.
Yeah.
I really needed that. I needed that pushback. I needed that moment of, again, scared of losing her. And it was a real moment because of the question that she asked.
Yeah.
She said, is it because that was how you were brought up? Or that you've experienced or seen or heard, other people within your life speak to women like that? And it was like a light bulb moment. It was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from. Not an excuse.
No.
Just
an
understanding of how these things manifest themselves and how we are so much a product of our own upbringing.
And that also challenges Harry to be a better human being. Okay? So I'm glad all of these had happened before they got married, even though the moment he met her, he felt like that was the woman for him. But Meghan made him recognize who she is and what she stands for, and she's not about to take his BS just because he's a prince. Okay? And he recognized that, and he became a better human being for that. And this is why he's not going anywhere. All those BS the media or the derangers are saying, keep their hopes so high, and then it will never happen. So all of this, they build a foundation. Okay? So I just want to put that. So far, I'm agreeing with her. Okay? But let's continue.
That's relatable. But it's interesting that so many racists are saying that she's not relatable, while also saying that the things that she's doing on her Netflix show are things that they are capable of themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're not impressed by her crudité. You're not impressed by her fruit plate, because you can make a better one, wherever the fuck you come from. If you're not relatable, then why relatable shaped? If she's not relatable, then why are you saying that you can do exactly what she does?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like you can relate. Sounds like you can exceed what she's doing. Isn't that what you said in your comments, Betty Lou? Also, this idea that celebrities or influencers need to be relatable to you is so weird to me. Because the same people who are saying these things are the same people who are following people who are on private jets every single weekend, have houses in the Hamptons, have a collection of 30 Birkins. Like, do you have a collection of 30 Birkins? Do you have one Birkin?
As she's saying that, what came to mind? During the campaign trail, I believe it was when the Trump administration was trying to revamp their campaign. He hired, what's this guy? The Tulsa guy, Elon, to go to Pennsylvania. In my mind, all I'm thinking, I thought those young people really had it, understand what was at hand. And I'm like, how could Elon be related to these people? That was my main thing. So she's 100%. And yet they went and voted for Trump, and look what's happening now. Okay? But her, I understand her very well. This is why I don't follow too many people. If they don't have anything meaningful to teach me, to show me something different, they're not about education or the arts, architecture. There's one guy in the UK. Oh shoot, it's gonna start all over. I follow, I think he's a professor, and he does a lot of, well, not most, all of his contents are about arts, returning things from museum to their respective countries and all of that. I don't share them with you because this is not what my channel is about. But the people that I follow are people who has something meaningful to say. All right, let's see. I messed up where I paused. 3 minutes. Let's put it like maybe here. All right, so let's continue.
I'll wait. I want to know first and foremost why so many of you think that Meghan needs to be relatable to you. Quickly. I personally find Meghan to be very relatable. And I'm not a motherfucking princess. She is a woman of color who is in the industry, she's successful, and she went after love. And she chose love over all else. To me, that's relatable. But it's interesting that so many racists are saying that she's not relatable. Well,
and the thing as well, Meghan respect herself. And this is something that I've said in the past. She didn't change herself the moment she married Harry. She remained true to herself. She didn't have that big head thinking, oh, I'm married into the royal family. All of a sudden she's different. No. Okay, I was not following her before, but from what I've seen, to the point that I got in and started looking into her background, from what I see, she never changed. And this is what helped her, because she remained true to herself. The people she grew up with, the people she worked with, the people she knew before marrying into the royal family, they the one who came to rescue her. Okay? Tyler Perry and all of that. She didn't know Tyler Perry before, but you know the connection between her and Tyler Perry. All right? The main thing is she remained true to herself. She didn't create a big head thinking she's better than every other minorities or anything like that. All right? So this is what helped her. So I hope people could learn from that. All right? But let's continue.
While also saying that the things that she's doing on her Netflix show are things that they are capable of themselves. You're not impressed by her crudité. You're not impressed by her fruit plate because you can make a better one wherever the fuck you come from. If she's not relatable, then why relatable shaped? If she's not relatable, then why are you saying that you can do exactly what she does? Sounds like you can relate. Sounds like you can exceed.
That's the thing.
Doing. Isn't that what you said in your comments, Betty Lou? Also, this idea that celebrities or influencers need to be relatable to you is so weird to me. Because the same people who are saying these things are the same people who are following people who are on private jets every single weekend, have houses in the Hamptons, have a collection of 30 Birkins. Like, do you have a collection of 30 Birkins? Do you have one Birkin?
No, I don't.
Is that relatable to you? No. Because you don't need those people to be relatable to you. But you're fine with it because they are white. Hope that helps. Then there's the conversation surrounding Meghan's authenticity or inauthenticity, as I've seen so many comments state. Inauthentic to who?
Exactly.
To I watch the show. She seems very authentic to me. She seems like she is actually in her element to me. Is she inauthentic? Or is she inauthentic into the way that you have preconceived black women or biracial women or mixed women, how we are meant to behave, how we are meant to live, our social status, what we are meant to care about?
As she's saying that, what I'm thinking is about, we will have never known what she did with her co-worker, that interview that I have, where the co-worker, they worked late, and then the husband had to go away for business. And then that Saturday morning, Meghan came and to cheer her up, knowing that she's going to be home with the kids and things like that.
It's fun. And also we're all in Toronto where we film the show, so we become a little family. So really, I think we all sort of lean on each other. I don't have to balance two beautiful little girls like Sarah does, but she does it so well. And like, I think we all just manage to support each other with whatever comes up.
I'll give you an example. I was working till 4:30 in the morning on a Friday night, and my husband was traveling for business. And on Saturday morning at 7:30, right about 20 minutes after the kids woke up, my front doorbell rings, and it's Meghan with scones and Starbucks. And we turned on cartoons, and the girls were like, what is this amazing thing called a scone? And we let them eat them in bed and get crumbs everywhere. And it was just exactly what I needed, off in Toronto, and really, really delirious morning to have my friend show up and save me.
These are small little things. We will never know she did if the people who were receiving her love, okay, didn't say it. Okay? So, yeah, I'm getting her. I understand her very well.
The luxuries that we are meant to enjoy. Quickly, hurry up. There is a lot of overt and covert racism and microaggression that takes place in the conversation surrounding Meghan Markle. And if you don't understand that, then there is a strong possibility that you are on the wrong side of the conversation. And when it really comes down to it, at the base of it all, it was never going to be you. It was never going to be you. And that's why you're mad. It was never going to be you. It was always going to be her. And that is what upsets you the most. Because Meghan Markle is exceptional.
That's
you
right.
Force us into this space of needing to be exceptional in order to be accepted. And she is. She is beautiful. She is talented. She is smart. She's well educated. She's well spoken.
Yep.
And you're still mad because it's her and not you. But it was never going to be you. It was always going to be her. When it came down to it, that man chose her over everything. He chose love over everything and over the sound of your annoying, grating voice. She is living a soft life. A biracial woman is living a soft life and you're mad about it. The vitriol is rooted in racism. Y'all tell on yourselves every single time.
Exactly.
But Meghan, I wish you the best, girl. Keep standing on these bitches' throats. And I love to see it. You wanna know why? Because you're hateful. And you deserve to be upset. Hope that helps.
She's 100% right. I agree with her. Oh my goodness, I love that video. Okay, so when Meghan said she was in a partnership with Netflix, they didn't believe her. And their favored mind, Guardian, thought it was best to lie about the Netflix contract ending. Shows how little they respect the UK readers and lie for the monarchy. Okay, they don't respect their readers at all. I mean, this is the thing. This type of thing's been working for them. So they're gonna keep pushing until, oh my God, until people believe it. I say, oh my God, because, what is it? What's that thing? Le Creuset is trending. I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. It's trending. Alright, so let's see here. I watched it with a fair amount of dread, giving the bashing I read, and I thought it was lovely. I don't know what's that mean? What the hell version of a show the Guardian saw, but it wasn't the one I saw. I'm always struck by how hateful the media is to her and how unhateful she is as a person. This is the thing. The negativity is bringing more eyes onto her. This is the thing. If those who are new, because I see almost every day I'm having new subscribers, okay? So anyone who's new, I'm not shying away from saying I was never following Meghan at all. When she married into the royal family, I was like, oh, I was happy for her. But every now and then, you know, I see headlines and I'll read it. Things that caught my attention, I'll read it. But when the negativity consistent, I was like, wait a second. This can't be. And then I went and looked deeper and deeper. And the more that I find, the more BS that I saw coming out of the UK. And then through accident, posting something silly because I was trying to focus on politics because I saw the full BS that was playing in the US politics. And then I stumbled onto Meghan's things and I posted something and one of the squaddies happened to stumble upon that video and asked to share more. And then through that, I've learned that some of the BS, political BS that were happening in the UK, it is exactly what's happening in the US right now. Nothing different. Because now it's almost like you could see the domino effect of things. But the only thing that is a little bit slightly different, what's happening right now, I don't know if some of you in the UK remember the riot that went on. And I think, what's this guy? He just Fauvage or something blew up that nonsense. I forgot how it started, but there was a riot, racial kind of riot that went on over the summer 2024. And I think Trump is trying to do the same thing to get black people to react. This is the difference right now. In the UK, the white people reacted. Okay, remember, if you go on Team Sussex, I probably spoke about it, where this young man who work at, I think for helping people, old people, they burned his car. And then there was something that happened where they raised money for him to get a new car, and then to give him the money, it was another issue. Okay, that's around that time, if you guys remember. It's on, go on Team Sussex, I spoke about it. Okay, so that kind of riot that went on in the UK. So almost the same thing Trump is trying to do over here. In the UK, the white people reacted to whatever that stirred the pot. In the US, they're trying to play with the African American emotion so he could do his next step. These are phases that's going on. Okay, you see how quickly he rushed to deport so many people. The the Hispanic, the weaker one. He started with the weaker one. The Cuban, the Mexicans, the Venezuelan, and things like that. Now he's moving to the Asians. Okay, then once he moved the Asian out of the way, now the next phase will be trying to target African American emotion so they could go out there and protest and all of that. Everybody was like, nope, you're not bothering us because we did our part in November. Many of these people thought it would be the other people. So, well, I'm bringing all of this because it's the same blueprint that happened in the UK is happening over here. So with Meghan, the thing that's happening here now, like I've said before, past videos, Meghan's show is like a distraction. I don't know if some of you remember the triangle that I keep on saying. You see the differentiation that come up at the triangle. So we are at the peak right now. So now we have evil versus good. Okay? Well, we have a very small of opportunity to get this right. If we give up, it will take, I don't know how long it will take to get back to some sort of a decency. Because right now, evil is trying to get everything. We have a small window of opportunity. Right now, we are at the top of that triangle that I spoke about with the Meghan and Harry coming at the triangle. So now we have the Trump and the, I'm not comparing them, but light versus darkness. Let's just say that. Light versus darkness. Now, the distraction that we have is some of the content that Harry and Meghan are putting, keep us away from the evil-minded people and the politics side. All right? So right now, our prayers is needed very, very much. Every little chance that you get, you need to pray for whatever you feel like the world need. Safety, protection, guidance, and light. Let the blind see. All of this. We need that. Okay? In order for us to get through it. But anyway, let's leave that alone. I spoke too much. If you see what's on the screen, that's what it is. Okay, I have so much to share with you. Right now, I'm only on 4 tweets, and there's so much more. Alright, so next tweet. This is a TikTok video, I think. Alright, so let's pause that. Okay, this reminds me of this TikTok black women see Meghan's life, and instead of being angry at it, they rejoice in it and are happy for her. Okay, let's see. A minute and 37 seconds.
I just finished the first episode of Meghan Markle's show. Oh my God. First of all, I loved it. But second of all, this is not my usual content. I'm not like a lifestyle girly. I realized as I was watching it, I love watching Meghan for the same reason I love watching so much of Jackie's content. Okay, Jackie, c'est moi. Nay, Ina. Because watching a black girl live, luxury, it just scratches a part of my brain that is so nice. I can't describe it because I will tell you, do I feel poor? Yes, yes, yes. I feel poor. I feel very poor watching this show. And I feel poor when I watch Jackie. But somehow it doesn't make me feel bad about myself. I can't explain it. I really think it comes down to them being black. I don't feel bad about myself. I feel like, go girl, yes. Let me tell you something. When she was making candles and she was using her wax from her literal bees, okay, her bees, but then she said, and you can get beeswax from the general store, from a farmer's market, I've never felt more poor. It was so clear that she was saying, you poors who don't have bees, here's where you can acquire some beeswax. And I loved it. I don't know what to tell you. I loved it.
I don't know. I mean, that's her experience, but I watched the first two. Oh my God. I tried to watch some last night. I fell asleep. I took a glass of wine. I was knocked out. Oh my God. But anyway, when I was watching her thing, I don't know about feeling poor or whatever. I don't know. I'm usually the type, if I want something, if I don't have it, I'll work toward it. But I don't know. I didn't feel anything about being poor. Okay, let's see here. This is why a certain group of majority of white women are triggered. Meghan is living the life they were told only belongs to white women. For her to dare to live a soft, luxurious life while being adored by their white prince who told them she was the standard is sending them crazy. All right, let's see. 37 seconds. It will be screenshot, okay? Let's see.
I really want to live her life. Yes, I do. You could keep the cash doll, Kylie Jenner. You could keep Kim Kardashian's life. I want her life. She's just a princess picking berries with her beautiful self. She is so at peace. This girl got no worries in the world. She don't got to worry about nothing. She got royalty money. She
That's
got
her
that
money.
old money. You don't got to worry about nothing.
No, that's money they're raising themselves. And then beating the tabloid at their games.
Pick those berries.
And also, when we think about it, just because she's showing us the finished product of all the things that she's doing now on her TV show, it looks very fun, luxurious, calm, and whatever. I do not want to live her life because the royal family still not done. The kind of scary and to higher security, as much as they're making money, there is a lot of money that's going out as well. Okay, so she and Harry have to consistently be at their best to create and produce in order for them to make the money to get the kind of protection that they need. Does anybody ever think of that? Okay, we seeing the finished product that looks pretty nice, very luxurious, calm, collected, and stuff like that. But if we look deeper into the things that they're going through, it's a lot of headache. I don't think I want her life. No, this is the life for her. This is why sometimes when I say baggage for God, because God knows every single one of us what we could carry. Okay, so this is the baggage that she and Harry could carry, and they have the mind and the drive, how will I say that, the thing that they're interested in to make the money, the connection, and all of that. So we need to be very careful when we ask, when we're saying we want somebody else's lifestyle. It may look pretty and stuff, but there's a lot of things behind it you have to do to maintain it. All right, so that's that.
Girl, with your princess hands on your establishment, on your berry farm. Girl, that's how I want to live.
See, this is the thing with a lot of people. Nature brings you to a way of balance. If people, embrace nature a little bit more, like for instance, I went to New York yesterday. We passed through Canal Street, which is the area where before it used to be Chinatown. Well, I don't know if they still call it Chinatown. It doesn't feel like that anymore. As I passed through, all I'm seeing those it doesn't feel the same way anymore. Because like in the 90s, early 2000, I used to work down there. I actually did work for an Asian company, architecture firm. And when I go there, it used to feel so lively. You see a merchant on the sidewalk selling fruits and whatever, vegetables. It used to be so lively. When I need to buy, let's say, conch, this is one of my favorite seafood. This is where I will go and buy it. I don't see that anymore. I think my husband and I did point out the store. Funny enough, the same store that I usually go buy conch, my husband said his mom used to go buy seafood in that same place. So that store is still there. But the street, the environment, it's not the same anymore. It's not the same way anymore. Okay? So these people, they push these people out. Many of those Asian who used to live around there, they can't afford those rent down there anymore. But when you look at, let's say, Midtown, and you go to Chinatown, if you're seeing the same type of environment, there's no reason to go visit anymore because it's almost the same thing. It's almost like when I said in past videos where China was turning, I would say revitalized, but they were recreating towns similar to town in the US. And I'm like, why would I go to China to see places that looks like almost where I came from? I want to see their own culture. So pretty much what I'm trying to say here, when you go different section in the US and Manhattan, for example, there's Little Italy, there's Chinatown, there's Midtown. So if each of those neighborhood that you go to, they look the same, what's the point of visiting anyway? At least for me, it felt very bland. And then once I got to Brooklyn, which is where I was going, Brooklyn, certain part is looking like Manhattan. And thank God, and we need to push more of that. I know a lot of architects don't like the landmarks, but it's good to have it because certain areas, when you turn, you're seeing those tall buildings, you know, they have different design or whatever, but it's like boxes or glass of towers going up. But when you turn certain areas, you see the landmark area, those properties with front yard, side yard, you have a different feel. It makes you feel completely different. Okay, these properties, if somebody were to sell it, I guess because of landmark, they cannot tear it down. That's what preserving some of those areas. It makes you feel different. You see the calmness in that area in comparison to where those tall buildings are. Anyway, I study architecture. For those who are new, I study architecture. I don't practice it as much, but if I do go back to it, I don't think I want to work for a firm because I'm not all about that anymore. I'll prefer, which I've done for myself, is buy properties, revitalize them, fix it up, and keep them to the same area, the same shape and things like that. I'm not the type who want to build a new building. I mean, if the opportunity comes, yes, but I'm not licensed to do that anyway. But as a investor, to do things like that, preserve and keep the footprint of the property. These are things I'm more into. Yeah, I think I drift off already. But the main thing is nature. All right, we need greeneries around to calm us, to balance us. Okay, so that's that. Let's read some of the comment. Let me post that GIF. And she got the better prince and he loves her. In a way, their spouses don't love them. Exactly. This is what pushes them over the edge. Okay, over the edge. I think she meant edge. Their hope of a prince chose her and left them for her. They can't forgive her for that. Never mind that. He made the decision to leave, but it's her they blame. Well, here's the you guys gonna be very upset with me when I keep on saying that. They didn't choose to leave. Harry and Meghan did not choose to leave.
So in conclusion, if you'd had the support, you'd still be there?
Without question.
Yeah.
I'm sad that what's happened has happened, but I know and I'm comfortable knowing that we did everything that we could to make it work, and we did everything on the exit process the way the way that it should have been
With
done.
as much respect.
With as much
and,
respect.
Oh my God, we just did everything we could to protect them.
William pushed him out.
Began to address Granny about the 5 options. Your Majesty, you've seen the 5 options? Yes, she said. We all had. They'd been emailed to us. 5 different ways of proceeding. Option 1 was continuance of the status quo. Meg and I don't leave. Everyone tries to go back to normal. Option 5 was full severance. No royal role, no working for Granny, and total loss of security. Option 3 was somewhere in between, a compromise, closest to what we'd originally proposed. I told everyone assembled that, above all, I was desperate to keep security. That was what worried me most, my family's physical safety. I wanted to prevent a repeat of history, another untimely death like the one that had rocked this family to its core 23 years earlier, and from which we were still trying to recover. I'd consulted with several palace veterans, people who knew the inner workings of the monarchy and its history, and they all said option 3 was best for all parties. Meg and I living elsewhere part of the year, continuing our work, retaining security, returning to Britain for charities, ceremonies, events. Sensible solution, these palace veterans said, and eminently doable. But the family, of course, pushed me to take option 1. Barring that, they would only accept option 5. We discussed the 5 options for nearly an hour. At last, the bee got up and went round the table, handing out a draft of a statement the palace would soon be releasing, announcing implementation of option 5. Wait, I'm confused. You've already drafted a statement? Before any discussion? Announcing option 5? In other words, the fix was in this whole time? This summit was just for show? No answer.
Then once William pushed them out, Harry made sure the proper steps was taken, that was the decision that they wanted, because Harry had gone during when he was trying to get his security and all of that, he had gone to the court to review the process that his brother or the royal family decided to push him out. And it's true that we find out it was William who pushed him out. He hired Simon Case to write up those documents and then put it on paper, so it's final. Now, what they then expect is for them to succeed outside of the palace wall, and they're exceeding their expectation. Now, Harry and Meghan are showing the rest, this is how you could do it. Now, for William's kids, if I were them, the institution gonna remain. I hope the spares, the daughter and the younger one, okay, focus on their education so they could do something by themselves. They don't have to rely on the institution to pin each one of them against the other. All right, which is what they did with William and Harry. Okay, they are sick. Muting them is the best thing, because when it comes to Meghan, nothing will shut them up. Remember the one that was in hospital bed, dying and still hating? She lived with hate and died with it. Okay, I'm so happy for her. Meghan Sussex, the royal wife, mother, and princess. 100% correct. There's a laugh. All right, let's go to the next one. Oh my God, I think I'm gonna have all night recording. Well, it's almost daytime. It's for something. All right.